What a start! What a start! Inside.
Moses Itauma is one of the fastest rising names in boxing right now. The 20-year-old prodigy is probably the most talented young heavyweight since Mike Tyson. The southpaw puncher has blazed his way through the division since turning professional in 2023, knocking out most of his opponents in the early rounds. His explosive power, lightning-fast speed, and incredible footwork has earned him a comparison to a young Mike Tyson. But Itauma is no ordinary young heavyweight. He has shown maturity beyond his age by not letting the noise get into his head.
How are you handling all the noise, all the talk? Only 20, sort of having to deal with all the noise. And you hear it, you try and block it out, but some will always come through.
I don't deal with it because there's nothing to kind of deal with. Because it's like, the only thing you can do is either get angry or ignore it. So I choose to keep in control of my emotions. So I just kind of ignore it. Like, I'm just only on my own path. Everybody's got their own journey, everybody's got their own thing, but like, I'm not trying to compare anything.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people put pressure because they're too worried about the outcome. I'm not worried about the outcome. I don't think of things that I can't control. Your opinions I can't control. My feelings and my opinions of myself can't be based on what someone else thinks of me.
He shows up, gets the job done, and leaves quietly. But the buzz around him continues to grow. Even the greats acknowledge that this kid is the next big thing.
Itauma. Moses Itauma. I think he's a great fighter. The young, 20 years, yeah?
20.
Yeah, 20 years. I think Itauma have big future.
Moses Itauma was born on December 28, 2004 in a small town in eastern Slovakia to a Nigerian father and a Slovakian mother. His parents moved to the United Kingdom when he was just 3 to search for new opportunities. It was here that Itauma picked up boxing at the age of 9. Right from his amateur days, his talent was undeniable. His power was raw and explosive. He was then known as Enrico Itauma. He had a total of 24 amateur bouts and he won all of them with 11 wins coming by knockouts. Before his 16th birthday, Itauma was already sparring with world champions. This talent and potential did not go unnoticed. In late 2022, Frank Warren's Queenberry promotion signed the teenage sensation. 1 month after his 18th birthday, Moses Itauma stepped into the ring for the first time as a professional. His opponent was Marcel Bode from Czech Republic.
Well, maybe this is the start of something special. A young man, Moses Itauma, who's only 18 years of age, who wants to win the world heavyweight title, younger than Mike Tyson was when he famously won it. But beat out, hasn't he? And look, what a start! What a start!
Itauma needed just 23 seconds to get the job done.
Marcel Bode crumbles to the canvas. What a start! The journey's begun for Moses Itauma.
Barely 2 months later, Itauma returned to the ring in March 2023 against Argentina's Ramon Alberto Ibarra.
Somewhere in orbit, here he is tonight looking for another early night. Very explosive, isn't he? And straight away on that front foot. And oh, what a shot!
This fight lasted 10 seconds longer than his first fight as Itauma put the heavyweight division on notice.
On the canvas, and it looks as though he's about to be counted out.
In his next fight, Itauma took the ring against durable Ukrainian journeyman Konstantin Dovbyshchenko in the scheduled 6-round contest. Although the Ukrainian came into the bout with more losses than wins on his record, he had never been stopped in the fight. Itauma aimed to become the first person to knock Dovbyshchenko out, but the tough Ukrainian evaded the young star's knockout power. However, Itauma got to showcase the skills and discipline that brought him from being a promising amateur to a brilliant prospect, being compared to Mike Tyson.
Moses
In July 2023, Itauma faced Kevin Nicolas Espindola in his fourth professional fight. Itauma came out looking sharp and hoped to stop the fight early. But Espindola was on the run throughout. Itauma had no trouble against the journeyman, but this was clearly not the fight he had hoped for. This was the second straight fight without a knockout for Itauma.
That was a great left hook, moves it to the body, again comes in with a big right hand, now he switches to the body again. Can he finish it? No, it's too late.
2 months later, Itauma returned to the Wembley Arena where he had his professional debut to face Amin Bousseta.
Destructive power, and he has his sights set on the very top of the profession. Would love to be the youngest ever world heavyweight champion this year. Oh, left uppercut! Brilliant shot, through the guard, onto the chin, down went Bousseta. And John Latham's got to decide whether he lets him continue or not. There for much longer. Great punch from Itauma, who's looking for the finish. Still 90 seconds in the round to go, and in goes the towel, down goes Bousseta.
This time around, Itauma refused to let the decision go to the judges again. He left no questions about his power as he made a big statement with a knockout in just 93 seconds.
Excellent delivery.
In October 2023, Itauma traveled to Saudi Arabia to fight on the undercard of Tyson Fury vs Francis Ngannou. His opponent was the once beaten Hungarian Istvan Bernat, who had shared the ring twice with Tyson Fury as an amateur. Bernat was considered a step up for the teenager.
Defend yourselves at all sides in the next two after that. Bousseta out in the last one, and this does look like a...
But once again, Itauma looked impressive with his incredible display of power, speed and accuracy, an excellent variation that reminds one of a young Mike Tyson.
Started quickly. Oh, good shot.
Brilliant punch. Short, sharp. He sent the message. Accuracy. Brilliant electric start. Brilliant uppercut. Right hook as well.
He scored another first-round knockout victory and also got to meet the legend himself at Riyadh.
He's powerful, he's destructive, and he might just be the future of this heavyweight division. He's 6-0.
World champion himself, Mike Tyson. I see him sitting at the front. He's staring at me, but I love you, Mike.
Itauma stayed busy in his first year as a pro, fighting a total of 7 times. His 7th opponent was Poland's Michal Boloz.
Moses Itauma and his team don't spend too long worrying about the opponent and the different man, but Michael Bolosho fills the breach, and the question is how long he can stay. Oh, that's a great left hook. He's gone.
It was just another day in the office for the young sensation.
Accuracy and the power's there.
Tried to find an angle or two. Wallace backward in a straight line, inviting the trouble. He's brave, but he's completely outdone. It has to be stopped quickly, and it's stopped very quickly indeed here tonight by Lee Emery. Add that one to the list.
And still undefeated, Moses Itauma!
In his first fight in 2024, Itauma fought in his first ever scheduled 8-round bout against Dan Garber.
7-7. Great amateur and very young. Let's stop. There's Garber just walking on.
This fight was meant to keep Itauma busy, but he barely broke a sweat as he easily scored his 6th first-round knockout.
Clubbing left, and the referee's having a look again, and he calls it off. Barclays calls a hold to it. It's another first-round stoppage for Moses Itauma.
In May 2024, Itauma returned to Saudi Arabia for his first title fight on the undercard of the much-anticipated rematch between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. He took on the more experienced Ilya Mazemchev, who came into the bout with a record of 25 wins and 3 losses. Itauma's incredible talent was on full display here as he tore apart his opponent with surgical precision.
So fast. And it's not just the hand speed, it's the foot speed and the reactions.
The fight could have ended in round 1 if Mazenchev was not saved by the bell.
Oh, massive left hand. And Mazinta back into the corner, eats a right and another left. He's trying to hold on, but Itauma not letting him. And he'll make it to the end of round 1.
Second out,
round 2.
But in round 2, the 19-year-old smelled blood and went for the finish.
Oh, look at that!
speed! What a shot!
5, 6.
What a combination.
7.
Oh, the body isn't working anymore. They'll wave it off.
Itauma claimed the vacant WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight title as he further cemented his position as the world's most promising heavyweight prospect. Itauma made the first defense of his title against Polish veteran Mariusz Wach. The 44-year-old veteran, who went the distance with the unified world champion Vladimir Klitschko in 2012, was expected to give Itauma some rounds. But Itauma went in there and attacked Wach from the outset, broke him down with punishing shots, and did what no other fighters had done to the Polish veteran.
Any major risk, but again the speed being shown for the...
And that was what was really good about that combination. He was sure he achieved his dream.
Yeah, and he isn't in a hurry. I want a step-by-step approach, he said. And that was a little open. Down on the right, and he goes. Big statement from a big punch.
This is a big man. He just knocked. Look at the size of Wach. He just put him over there like it was nothing.
Will the power, delivered the power, and he might end this before the end of his being a bit of look.
Itauma didn't just win the fight, he made a big statement.
Right, and he cannot fend his man off, and the referee is going to stop it, and rightly so. That was taking considerable punishment, and there was nothing coming back. It's another very, very brief viewing of the future of the heavyweight division, and the man they're calling the most exciting man in British boxing at the moment.
Itauma's next fight was against fellow southpaw Dempsey McCain, who was also undefeated until he was stopped by Filip Argovic in his last outing. McCain was seen as Itauma's biggest test so far.
Quick time, so far, so good. Tall, decent.
But Itauma passed with flying colors.
Works that body, he might be in trouble.
He's trying to get his stance back, but Itauma.
Winner of the Ring Magazine Prospect of the Year for 2024 is Moses Itauma.
In May 2025, Itauma stepped into the ring for the first time as a non-teenager against former American footballer Mike Balogun. Balogun came into the bout with a decent record of 21 wins and only one loss, coming against former world champion Murad Gassiev.
The building blocks are being put in place, and he's in
With the power of a heavyweight.
that Gassiev did him in two, and he might.
Itauma decked Balogun in the first round, but the American showed tremendous art and made it out of the round.
And the second one.
But unfortunately, his big art was not enough to save him from Itauma's big punches in round 2.
That's some super.
Itauma fought Mike Balogun, the same age Mike Tyson fought Trevor Berbick, for the world title. This means that Itauma's dream of becoming the youngest world champion is no longer valid. However, with his emphatic stoppage of Mike Balogun, Itauma became the #1 contender on the WBO ranking. He is also ranked in the top 10 by all the other major boxing organizations. So there is still enough time for him to break Floyd Patterson's record and become the second youngest champion, as long as he can do it before he is 21 years, 10 months and 26 days old, which is not until November 2026. In his last outing, Moses Itauma headlines former interim champion Dillian Whyte in Saudi Arabia. At the age of 37, Dillian Whyte was hoping to revive his career with a win over Itauma, but the once dangerous contender found himself in deep waters against Itauma. The fight lasted less than 2 minutes as Itauma emphatically scored the biggest win of his career and further strengthened his credential as the next heavyweight star.
Moses Itauma gets the biggest win of his professional life, and he does it.
What's next? What's next? What's next?
Do you think I'm world champion by the end of 2025?
Are you fully on this hype train, or do you think Itauma is not ready for a world title? Let me know what you think in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of these. Thank you for watching.